Hello and welcome to another practical video tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to talk about encryption, hashes, different algorithms and some tools on how to actually identify hashes and encrypt or decrypt specific files or texts and things like that. So for this tutorial I'm using a Windows virtual machine, which is a Windows 10 machine, and I already opened the website that will give you some very cool features and options. This website, as you can see, the URL here is tunnelsup.com #analyzer. We're gonna use this hash analyzer with some basic hashes, and we will demonstrate how the actual website and the analyzer behind it is able to identify the type of the hash based on the actual hash itself. So starting the website, you can see we have a field here that we need to enter the hash, and then there's some identification information here. There are some examples, as you can see here, with information about the different hash formats, what the hash analyzer is able to analyze and give you as an information, and other resources and Wikipedia and stuff like that. So I already have some hashes created, and let me just see what these are. So first of all, that's the shortest one. It's 32 characters, so it is actually a MD5. Let's just paste it here and see what the hash analyzer will have to say about that. Just paste it here, click analyze. The service is completely free. It gives you the hash and it tells you that it's either MD5 or MD4 hash. The length is 128 bits, which are 32 characters, and the character type, which means that the actual characters here are hexadecimal. Hexadecimal characters are not the same as ASCII, or basically not all of the ASCII characters are part of the hexadecimal, so that's why we don't have any other characters here. So this is the analysis. It's pretty straightforward and quite simple, and on the other hand it provides additional information useful to you. So I'll remove that and just paste that other hash I have here. And to be honest, I wasn't sure what it was. I don't really remember one, but this is what we have here. It says that it's a SHA-1 or 128-bit SHA. The length is 160-bit, and the character length is 40 characters. Again, it's hexadecimal, so if you're looking for this information, that's again pretty straightforward, and it gives you all this information here. So if I add this one, and I'm not sure if this will be recognized, this is unknown. Well, this hash was created using a specific tool, and the type of the hashing code algorithm is ROT13, and it appears that it's not listed here, and under and more we don't have the ROT13 decryption here, so it doesn't really recognize it. But if we Google for ROT13 hash decrypt, we have this cool website, which is again decode.org, and we paste that here, click on decrypt, and this is the actual decryption here. This is what I encrypted when I used ROT13. It says a hash and a string to use, and this hash, if I look for it, just give me a second, that would be MD5 hash, and if I use MD5 decryptor, it will be again string to use. Let me just paste that here. Actually, that's encrypting. We're interested in decrypting. It doesn't look like providing any results. Okay, let's just see MD5 decryptor. That probably would work. Paste it here, click decrypt, and it wasn't able to decrypt it. Let me see. Correct my hashes. And that's working decryptor. That's the hash, and it says string to use. There are 2 spaces also captured. And again, as I said, it was a string to use hashed with an MD5 hash, and then again add a string to use to a text in the ROT13 encryption, and that's the actual results. So as you can see, there are a lot of online web solutions on looking for analysis of hashes. That's being the first tool that we have here, Hash Analyzer, and I bet there are a lot of other tools that will do the same job. And then decrypting of hashes, which we have here, the decode.org, and in this case, let me see which one was that, the hashkiller.co.uk. So that's pretty much it about hashing. There is another tool that I would like to show to you, which is the Crypto. The Crypto, we don't need help. We can create a new file here or a new entry here, and then type here something like this is test, and then we can use the encrypt or decrypt functions with the different kind of encryptions. First of all, we have symmetric, classic, and modern. Classic is actually pretty old, like you can see here. We have Caesar ROT13, and we have asymmetric, which is RSA, and there is some sort of hybrid solutions here. So you can encrypt and you can of course decrypt. So for example, if we want to use symmetric, let's say DES, which is really not that secure, but still we can use that, and you can provide it with a key that you want to use for the encryption. In our case, I'll just use zeros. This is again a hexadecimal key, 64-bit as you can see, or maybe we can add 4 ones and 4 segments of ones and 4 segments of zeros, and then click encrypt. This is what we end up. This is the encrypted version of this one. So if we want to decrypt that, again go to DS, and then to decrypt it we will use again the same key. Just click decrypt and it will give us the results of the decryption. So basically you can use this if you want to encrypt text, and you can if you want to decrypt text. This is very easy and a nice tool to learn some sort of encryption and decryption. And of course, as I said, there are a lot of other options here, a lot of other encryptions. There are other algorithms here, of course, Mars, Twelfish, and so on. And additionally, if you have something encrypted and you want to analyze it, there are analysis tools. But in my case, this will not work very well because this is running on a virtual machine and it can't take advantage of the hardware behind my machine actually. So if I, for example, if I encrypt something, let's just say DES with same sort of code, and if I use the analysis, the entropy will give me some information about it. And then if I use let's say I know it's a modern encryption, I know it's DES, and if I want to break it, click on this one. These are the key length here, and if I click start, first of all, these are the options of the analysis, of course. If I click start, it will give me a strange amount of time in years, and it will start decrypting this encrypted text here. So if I run it on a hardware that's pretty strong, it will definitely take less time. But in my case, running it on the virtual machine with 8 gigs of RAM and just 1 core of a CPU, it will take ages. And if I click cancel and stop the process at the moment that we are at the moment, you can see that you have the decryption hex dump and all the attempts that it made here. These are the actual attempts that it made and the key that it tried. So essentially it will at some point going through the hex versions of this key to get to the version that we have 4 segments of ones and 4 segments of zeros, and it will actually get a proper text instead of this thing here. But it's gonna take some time, and as I said, you need good hardware to actually crack encryption, and of course not all the encryption could be cracked. So keep that in mind. There are a lot of other functions here in this tool. You can play with it and look through all the other options and train with that tool. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like it, and if you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.